Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Goshen City FC broadcast on your very own Goshen City FC YouTube page. As we are just ahead of kickoff here, Goshen City FC facing off against 1920 SC Fort Wayne, and we are just about to get things underway. Both teams out on the pitch now. Goshen wearing black, and then it will be the 1927 in the blue and white checkered kit. Referee looking at his watch, getting everything set up here as we prepare for this matchup. Both teams yet to lose in the league, although it is the early goings of the season for both teams. Goshen 1-0 on the season. Fort Wayne, they've actually played an extra game. They are 1 win and 1 tie on the season, but both teams yet to lose, so maybe we'll see a tie today, but if not, could be seeing the first loss of the season for either side. Just ahead of kickoff here as we wait for the center ref to blow the whistle and get things started. Goshen City FC line will be led today by Josh Cruz. He's featured before for Goshen City FC. This will be his first performance this season. Of course, was last year that he played at the beginning of the season, but then actually ended up making a transfer. But he's back playing for Goshen City FC once again. And alongside him, his older brother, Flavio Cruz, will be playing as well. And so there it is. Match underway as we hear kick off. Ref blowing his whistle. Quickly run you through the lineups for either side today. First, starting with the visitors, 1927 SC. It's going to be number 1, David Anderson. Number 6, Guzman Trigo. Number 7, Yarek Carnegie. Number 8, Jackson Carpenter. Number 12, Colin Ward. Number 13, Justin Devlin. Number 14, Douglas Apia Kubi. Number 16, Don Allen Hubemana, excuse me. Number 17, Trey Theard. Number 18, Mateos Menegli, excuse me. And number 21, Max Amuako. And then for your Goshen City FC, it's going to be number 1, Ben Ken, starting between the sticks. Then number 5, Coven Drenth. Number 6, Julian Saldivar. Number 7, Mateos Pereira. Number 8, Flavio Cruz. Number 10, Ricardo Garcia. Number 11, Joshua Cruz. Number 13, Roberto Sanchez. Number 20, Eli Simenez. Number 21, Diogo Gomez. And last but not least, number 22, Miguel Lorenco. Here comes Goshen City FC as Simenez plays one forward. That one cut out nicely by the 1927. Now with Cruz. Josh Cruz, I should say. I got to remember today, 2 Cruzes on the pitch. So we'll be using first names as well. Big matchup here. And guys, in the early goings of today's match, if you would be so kind as to hit the subscribe button, make sure you never miss another Goshen City FC live stream or video. How could you miss out? Simenez going to ground, but ref says play on. There's the forward pass. And it was no other than Carnegie who tried to get in behind there. Shut down nicely by Lorenco. Here's Drenth. And then to Pereira. Now to Flavio Cruz. Flavio Cruz, of course, wearing the captain's armband for Goshen City FC today, as he has done all season. A strong leader, a Goshen native, and an ever-consistent player for Goshen City FC. Here comes his younger brother, Josh Cruz, with the turn. Up to Simenez. That touch just a bit too much, and this match turning out to be a bit of a cagey battle in the early goings. Throw in here for the 1927. Trey Theard. He throws that back to Habimana, excuse me. Great bit of defensive work there from Flavio Cruz. Now it's Lorenko, tasked with keeping a hold of the ball, and Goshen City FC does well to do so here. Roberto Sanchez, then to Ricardo Garcia. Ricardo Garcia gliding across the pitch, now at the feet of Gomez. Saldivar. Flavio Cruz. He finds Simenez. Simenez looks up, drives. Nice pass inside for Sanchez. Great composure and patience shown from Goshen City FC here, as we always see from Goshen City FC. Into the corner and out now for a 1927 throw-in. Goshen able to continue with their high line, keep the pressure on 1927 as they look to play out. Lorenko, he pops one up. We're going to see a bit of ping pong here as both sides do their very best to get the ball down. Finally, Flavio Cruz does so. And we are just in the early goings, first 5 minutes of today's match, but Goshen City FC already well underway with their classic game plan. Conceal, hold down, and really just limit opposition teams and the space and time they are allowed. Sanchez, he takes a strike. That one collected very nicely there by Anderson. Once again, Goshen City FC's press pays off nicely. Josh Cruz plays it back for Pereira, who has a strike. Pereira keeping that shot low to the ground, trying to test the keeper. Trying to find the corners, of course, as always. Anderson. Theard plays that one forward. It's a free kick here for Goshen as Garcia gets fouled, excuse me. Beautiful, beautiful kit Goshen City FC has on, is a personal favorite of mine. Of course, the second kit of Goshen City FC they're putting on display today. Josh Cruz up for Flavio Cruz, who gets taken down here, and we might be seeing the first card of today's match. Will our head ref be making anything more of this? That's the question, as Flavio Cruz is still on the ground here. Looks like he will be okay. He's back up on his feet. Looks like it actually was the impact on his chest there as he's holding his chest. And again, from the looks of it, won't be seeing a card here, although a stern talking to is inbound. Set piece opportunity here for Goshen City FC. Pereira stepping over. He will take it as well. Whipped into the box, but no problem for David Anderson. And Anderson looking to dispense the ball up the pitch as quickly as possible. Flavio Cruz duking it out on the far side, and Goshen City FC rewarded. Cruz rewarded for his hard work with the throw-in. As Gomez arrives to take this one. Throw in here for Goshen. And quickly back in the possession of the 1927. Goshen City FC doing as they always do, though, and Never letting up, never resting for even a moment. Sanchez driving with pace. He gets taken down, but Goshen City FC plays on. Josh Cruz. Now Saldivar. The clock. He's the clock of this team. Just make sure everything ticks. Great play here for Pereira. Through, then for Cruz. Cruz arriving at the ball, and actually, it almost looked from this angle that maybe Anderson had gotten more player than ball, but the referee thought more ball than player. Now the 1927 with an opportunity. The press was too much as Cruz wins it back, but Cruz straight back to the other team. Lorenko taking no risks as he plays it back to Ben Ken. Now Saldivar under a bit of pressure there, but Goshen City FC again getting a free kick here. This one well within their own half. No threat of goal as it's taken short to Drenth. Gomez. Pereira couldn't quite get the touch he was dreaming of. And now the 1927 with an opportunity to play out from the back. Can they build something up here? Goshen City FC having their back line just pushed back just a hair, but it's enough to allow some space for SC. As you can already see, Tyler Bourne, head coach of Goshen City FC, who's immediately motioning to his players to continue pressing that back line up, making sure not to allow any room for space, any opportunities for a moment of calmness for this 1927 back line, as they're going to play one over the top, but no problem as Drenth chases that down. Back to Ken. Ken. Gomez. Knocked up, but can't keep a hold of it. Neither team really holding on to the possession too much here. Goshen with a very well-trained back line. Very in tune back line as so as to not allow any space, and that was a fantastic strike coming in from 1927's number 21, Amoako. It did drift just wide of that right post, but for a moment there you were thinking maybe we were going to see one of the best goals we've seen at this ground. It is, of course, the Goshen College soccer pitch. Goshen College Soccer Complex, I suppose I should say. Corner kick, the first of the match here for Fort Wayne. And stepping up to take this one will be number 8, Jackson Carpenter. That ball sent to the back post, headed away nicely by Drenth. And it's Josh Cruz to chase it down and maybe launch a Goshen City FC counterattack. He sends a ball up for Simenez. Simenez, one touch, and he's through here. Goshen City FC on the break. Simenez cuts it back, still with Simenez. One more, two. Beautifully past his defender into the center of the box. Cruz with the strike, and then Garcia. That was a massive opportunity for Goshen City FC to take the lead, but certainly it got the fans here on their feet. They're making noise with bells and whistles. And it is a goal kick here for the 1927. What a opportunity that was for Goshen City FC on a number of occasions there to get the opener. Simenez. Back for Flavio Cruz. Cruz looks up and plays it to Josh Cruz. Now Eli Simenez. He plays one forward there for Josh Cruz to chase after, and Cruz not going for it. I wonder if he even maybe thought he was offside. Didn't see the ball until late. Could have been as well. Feared playing that one back, and Josh Cruz putting on the pressure. You can tell how this Goshen City FC press is really hurting this Fort Wayne back line as they're really running out of opportunities, running out of options really to try and play through. Goshen again pressing the 1927 all the way back into the corner in their own half, and the long ball attempt is no good as Goshen wins the second one. Drenth dispossessed here. Now it's an opportunity on the break. Gomez goes to ground, keeping the ball here, but referee does blow his whistle actually in favor of Goshen City FC after a tough collision there between Fort Wayne and their number 21, Max Amwako, excuse me. Great footwork here from Pereira. Pereira keeps it for a moment, but eventually the way of the white and blue. Drenth touches that down. Now Gomez. He looks up. Finds Garcia. Garcia on the turn. Back then for Drenth. Great footwork from Garcia. Does he see Simenez? He tries to play one forward there, but that one cut out. Lorenko's headed attempt forward is the 1927 starting to play into this match. You can see that they've got players ready to drive with the ball. Ready to break forward as well. There's a great ball forward. Here's Simenez. Pereira. Simenez again. Goshen City FC finding a load of success here on the near touchline, the left flank of their attack. We're seeing a majority of their attacks come through. There's a fantastic ball into the center. It's Sanchez. He sees Garcia. Garcia, one touch. And that one just wide. Garcia not really able to wrap his foot around it as he would have hoped to. So no luck testing the keeper. Really haven't seen too many opportunities. Or I should say, no, haven't actually tested David Anderson all too much yet. As Goshen City FC, we'll give them their credit. They have had opportunities to test him, but haven't done the best with the opportunities they have worked for. As again, Fort Wayne tasked with playing out of the back, and it seems as though it's a task too much for them. Goshen City FC again reclaiming the ball. Here comes Josh Cruz. His cross is good, but drifts far beyond the 18-yard box as Gomez picks it up. He does a nice little flick up to himself there to get past his man and sends one centrally, but again, no problem as David Anderson is very alert. Anderson. He looks up. He's going to play this one long. That one headed on, and this one could be one to chase after. Lorenko gets there. Back then for Ken. Simenez wins that one after kerfuffle. There's Josh Cruz in plenty of space, and the offside flag does go up. Difficult to tell from my position here, but it seems like that was the correct decision by the sideline ref. You may be surprised to hear, no, we do not have VAR at Goshen City FC. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe some of you in the live stream. You've got the best opportunity at VAR. You can just go back in the stream. Let me know in the chat. Now Fort Wayne on the ball. Nice pass forward, but cut out then by Flavio Cruz. Saldivar. Julian Saldivar hasn't been on the ball too much for Goshen City FC. He's kind of the, I like to call him the clock. He links up play so nicely for Goshen, really just providing a bridge, player to player, side to side. Does so well to facilitate attacks. Incredibly press-proven player. Fantastic defensively as well. Really the full package for Goshen City FC. He's got a strike on him as well. Scoring in a match or two. Habimana plays it then onto the far side. And the switch now back for the 1927. Breaking there with pace is Carnegie. Carnegie, you can tell just from the early moments of today's match that he's got a bit to his game. Pacey winger, not one that Goshen will be interested in letting in behind. As Lorenko actually goes to ground here, holding onto his hamstring and maybe seeing the first substitution of the match day, as Lorenko actually will be coming out, and coming in for him will be Ariel Matute. Matute, an ever-present part of this Goshen City FC side.
Goshen City FC substitution in the 20th minute, coming onto the pitch. Number 16, Ariel Matute, replacing number 22, Miguel Lorenzo.
And so it will be a drop ball. And was Flavio Cruz there? Now to Coven Drenth. And Matute, who just was substituted in, will get some early touches on the ball. He'll play one forward almost immediately, and that's a fantastic ball forward for Josh Cruz to run onto. Goshen able to break open, break past that line that 1927 had been holding. Josh Cruz, he has his fingertips all over the early goings of today's match. We don't have any advanced statistics yet at Goshen City FC, but if I had to make a guess, I would imagine he may have the most touches for Goshen in the early goings today. Ricardo Garcia dropping deep. Now Drenth, his long ball forward. Beautiful touchdown there by Josh Cruz, but again, this 1927 back line is very alert to it. This could be a difficult match for Goshen. A cagey one. Both teams quite clearly full of talent, full of energy. As Gomez shows a nice bit of skill there, he will get taken out before who else but Saldivar to put it in tackle. Not enough to actually claim the ball for himself, to claim the ball for Goshen City FC, but a nice bit of work there. And there's the long switch from Trey Theard. Gomez heads that one down as Ben Ken chases onto it, just able to beat the ball to the sideline as he plays it back then to Gomez. A bit of a risky play there. Gomez, he eventually does kick that one up, and actually after a deflection, it's a throw-in for Goshen City FC, but certainly don't want to take too many risks when you're the goalkeeper and you're out of your own net. Gomez chasing down this ball here and looking up. Simenez on the near side in absolute acres of space. And so if a teammate is able to spot him, wouldn't take more than really a single pass to switch the play. And again, he would have what would feel like hours and hours of time on the ball before any defender would be able to meet him. Opportunity is somewhat dissolved since then, though. Poor touch coming in from David Anderson, but Goshen City FC not able to exploit that opportunity. Saldivar cutting out that attempted forward pass by Carpenter. Goshen City FC not really able to make everything click in this front line right now. They're getting great opportunities. They're getting great looks at goal, but it's almost like they don't quite have the chemistry all there yet. We'll see if that will kind of build as today's match goes on. Saldivar running back, chasing back with that tackle. He does get a foot on the ball, but not enough to actually dispossess the 1927. Now they have an opportunity to send some bodies forward. Amooko, his pass is good, but eventually Goshen getting their hands on the ball. Forward pass there from Garcia, and that's beautiful for Josh Cruz to chase after. He does get the ball. He goes to ground there, but immediately back up on his feet and can't make anything of that. Almost looking for the contact, but smart play there from Anderson to really not allow more than he could afford. Of course, an opportunity like that outside of the box as well would have been, should there have been more contact there, should the referee have seen some contact there, that would of course have been a clear denial of a goal scoring opportunity, which is a red card offense. So smart play by Anderson to not take that risk. It's almost one of those opportunities where, you know, 24 minutes into a match, would you rather get a red card or would you rather go down a man? It's the question you have to really face up. Saldivar does well to shield the ball, plays it back to Matute, and now the 1927 putting on a little bit of a press of their own. Pereira has that one cut out, and here comes the strike. That one low and wide as Goshen will get a goal kick now. And Fort Wayne preparing a triple substitution here as it looks like it's going to be number 5, Diego Herrera. Number 9, Matsushita. And number 4, Diego
Substitutions
Lopez.
For 1927 SC in the 26th minute. Coming onto the pitch, number 4, Diego Lopez. Number 5, Diego Herrera. And number 9, Ryusei Matsushita. Replacing number 12, Colin Ward. Number 8, Jackson Carpenter. And number 21, Max Amaoko.
And again, worth mentioning here that, of course, players can be subbed in and out once a half. So even the players who just exited the pitch there will have an opportunity to come back on in the second half should they be needed. There's a fantastic ball forward by Simonez as Goshen does fantastically well. There's the cutback for Ricardo Garcia! And that's the second of the match. Garcia with a great chance there as Roberto Sanchez helps him back up on his feet. It was Roberto Sanchez who made that brilliant run, finding space off the left and then, of course, creating the opportunity there. Garcia won't be happy with that one, but a great look by Goshen City FC. That's one of those opportunities that I'm sure they're looking to recreate. The question is, can they do that? Nice little line splitting pass there, but quick foul, quick free kick taken by Fort Wayne. The play getting slowed down just a smidge. As still Goshen press on. Gomez. Flavio Cruz taking no risks. Back to Ben Ken. Ken sprays a long ball up, and that one touchdown by Fort Wayne. Both teams battling it out in the center to control this, and that battle won by blue and white. There's a nice ball over the top. Could this be a dangerous opportunity? Ben Ken reading the play well as he runs off his line and collects. Flavio Cruz back to Ken again. And the long ball up for Josh Cruz. Saldivar. Simonez. He sees the space, but Goshen's two most advanced players at that moment in time weren't really looking, weren't really alert to the pass. There's Saldivar. Turns, and he's got space. Switching it then to Gomez. Touchdown nicely. He looks up for Garcia. Garcia on the turn. And throw in for Goshen. Over on the far side. set piece for Fort Wayne now. Fort Wayne yet to really create any opportunities to danger Goshen too much. Ken not been tested quite yet, but maybe now will be their opportunity to make that change, as Drenth will receive off of that long ball, getting the second ball there. He plays the ball forward, nobody there to receive for Goshen. Typically we're used to a purple wave of Goshen players, but today it will be a black wave of players as they are sporting their away kit. Nice touch then by Trigo. And a forward ball. But again, Ben Ken so alert, almost playing as a last center back at times with his positioning. Drenth, he sees the run here of Josh Cruz, two players who have quite a bit of experience playing together, playing throughout their high school careers as teammates at Goshen High School before then actually becoming rivals and attending Crossroad League institutions here in Huntington University and Grace College. Drenth clears. Garcia chasing this one as Cruz has found a brilliant patch of space. Garcia with an opportunity to make that pass there, and Josh Cruz a bit upset that he didn't. Now Julian Saldivar, Simenez. He sees Garcia. Garcia, quick touch. Josh Cruz back to Garcia. He takes his time back to Pereira. And a fantastic pass forward from the Brazilian. Now Gomez into a dangerous area, headed away, but still in play here. Garcia collects on the far side. One touch past his man. Breaking into the 18-yard box. Cut back and cleared away from the 1927. Drenth, his ball forward was not a bad one, but again, just a bit of disconnect there between Drenth and Simenez. Substitution for Goshen City FC is going to be their first of today's match, with number 9, Joao Laranjo, coming in. And a triple substitution
in the
for Fort Wayne.
Minute.
And will be Ricardo Garcia to make way for Goshen City
for
FC.
1927 FC. Number 10, Mariano Chavez. Number 11, Dilesh Patel. And number 18, Leo Costa. Replacing number 14, Douglas Abiakubi. Number 6, Guzman Trigo. And number 19, Mateus Menegeli. Coming onto the pitch for Goshen City FC was number 9, Joao Laranjo, replacing number 10, Richie Garcia.
Julian Saldivar with a great bit of play here to keep the ball the way of Goshen. And now really the 1927 adding a little bit of extra energy in today's match with their substitutions. Of course, already 6 players coming into the game for the 1927. Here's Matute. Joao Laranjo, his first opportunity on the ball. Quick touch. Fantastic work here by Josh Cruz to get past his man. Cruz, who's really a master of using his center of gravity pushing players off the ball in ways maybe you don't see so often from forwards. Josh Cruz, not the biggest guy out on the pitch, but he does so well to, again, just push past players, get his shoulder in front of defenders, and sometimes that's all you need. One shoulder in front is enough to open up an opportunity to slip past a defender. And again, he's an expert when it comes to that. David Anderson taking this free kick for Fort Wayne. And actually, it looks like takes a quick 1-2. He's able to drop that one down, and the long ball pass up. As Simenez does well to intercept. Josh Cruz, Saldivar, Josh Cruz, Simenez. Now played forward for Josh Cruz. That's brilliant play from Goshen. Little triangles of play, and eventually the out of bounds actually will be. Flag does go out as the ball did leave play, but a fantastic ball into the center as it was Joao Laranjo who gets onto the end of it. Did test the keeper there, but wasn't too difficult of a test for Anderson. Good pressure there by Sanchez. And a fantastic little dink forward. Coming off the foot of Dilesh Patel. Simenez, he looks up. He sees the space here for Josh Cruz. Josh Cruz chasing after it. Touchdown. Nicely by the 1927 as turned out not to be too much of a problem. There's a fantastic ball in behind. And a chip shot over and just missing. I mean, that was an opportunity and a half coming in from the 1927s. I believe that's 1927's number 9. Natsushita. With just the right amount of power on that dink. It just really unlucky with the bounce. Gomez, great pass. Finding Pereira, who gets taken down, and almost certainly that whistle blow was inevitable. And this could be a dangerous opportunity, a dangerous area for Goshen City FC to take this set piece. Of course, probably a bit far for Pereira to think about it, but not too far for him to think about passing it. Not too far to think about whipping a ball in. And actually, oftentimes, areas like this almost a bit more advantageous than a corner kick, just because the players are able to really, I suppose, running onto the header, headed the same direction as you can sometimes be, is you really just have to redirect the ball, especially at the back post. Maybe not quite as easy. Off of a corner. Here comes Pereira's ball. Sent into the box, but no problem for David Anderson. Anderson so eager to really kickstart this 1927 attack as well. Sanchez up to Laranjo, who wasn't quite quick enough on the ball, and after a deflection, this one's out for a 1927 throw-in. 7 minutes to go in this half, and 2 substitutions coming in for Goshen City FC. First, number 18, Keegan Troop, makes his way on and in place of Joshua Cruz, and then it is Mateos Pereira, who comes off. Coming in his place will be Stephen Bondi.
And number 11, Joshua Cruz.
Bondi, we normally see playing really as a fullback or wing back in this system, moving into the midfield. And this is an area that I'm really excited to see Bondi play. And Bondi, who I always find to be an underrated player, a player who does so much dirty work, but also on the ball is fantastically talented, incredibly hard worker, incredibly smart player. And already you can see the way he reads the game. You'll notice every time you look at him, he's scanning, looking over his shoulders. And the offside flag does come up here. Goshen City FC free kick. Matute takes it quickly over to Drenth. Then Cruz. Flavio Cruz, that is. The only Cruz on the pitch at the moment. Now, early opportunity for Keegan Troop. His first chance on the ball. Matute whips one in, headed away very nicely, and picking up the pass here is Chavez. Well read by Matute to get Goshen back the ball. And there's a fantastic forward ball here for the 1927. Can they get on the score sheet as they break into the 18-yard box? And looks like that touch was just a bit too much as Jackson Carpenter dribbles it out of play. And now it's Ben Ken with the goal kick. Just about 5 minutes of action left to go here. And the question that arises, will either team be able to get onto the score sheet before halftime? Gomez whips one high as Simenez heads that one to Laranjo. Back to Simenez, centrally and dangerously cut out, but Goshen look to recycle now. Simenez to Drenth. His switch then dealt with nicely by the 1927. Gomez looks up, his whipped pass. Laranjo at the back post! And it's Joao Laranjo who gets the goal to put Goshen City FC in the lead. Less than 5 minutes to go in this half, and it won't be a half without a goal.
Goshen City FC goal in the 42nd minute. Scored by number 9, Joao Laranjo, his second of the season. Assisted by number 21, Diogo Gomez. Laranjo second from Gomez in the 42nd minute.
So there it is, Goshen City FC getting the lead here. Off the head of Joao Laranjo was Gomez, who whipped in the pass. And already back under play in this first half of action. Fort Wayne on the ball, and all credit to Joao Laranjo for making that run. Of course, great bit of work by Gomez to really pick him out with the pass. And now the 1927 looking to see if they can equalize, as this one will deflect out for a corner kick. It is Carpenter. Excuse me, actually it will be Patel taking this one. Patel. Plays it towards the edge of the box, out to the captain, Abyakubi, before Ken collects and plays through Laranjo. Laranjo on the break, and he goes to ground. He looks like he may be in a little bit of pain here. And there will be a stoppage here as Laranjo still seeming like he might be in a bit of pain. Of course, not what you want to see as a fan of either team. Fan of the sport, really. And seems like Laranjo may be fit to play on here. And looks like Goshen won't be taking any risks as Pedro Dieguez prepares to come in. Of course, not what you want to see as a Goshen City FC fan, of course, with Laranjo scoring Goshen's goal just a minute ago, and of course a player who was also already substituted on. So Goshen down to 10 men here as they have to wait for a stoppage for Dieguez to be allowed on. So from Fort Wayne's perspective, they should be more than eager really to try and build up. 2 minutes of additional time to be added on at the end of this half. Here's Tito Sanchez. Excuse me, Roberto Sanchez. Flavio Cruz. Saldivar. Back to Flavio Cruz. Does he see Simenez? No, he plays it. Then over to Bandi. Bandi, one touch, turns. Gomez. Matute, his ball into the center. Simenez gets on it, but seemed like he almost was looking to knock that one on. Flavio Cruz does well to win the ball for Goshen. He looks up. Then to Bandi. Bandi. He'll take a strike at net. And Anderson making the save and playing that one up as Saldivar knocks it out. Patel on the throw-in. He's throwing back to Third. Now to Apiakubi. Apiakubi, captain. And Drenthe not taking any risks. Goshen City FC still waiting to get back level on players on the pitches. Dieguez still waits to make his way on and with the ball, leaving play here for a goal kick. Safe to assume that this may be that opportunity. Although once again, it won't be. And after some clarifications, it's actually Goshen who will not be able to make another substitution. Won't need to, as it is halftime here. Goshen City FC with the lead at halftime, 1-0. After a fantastic headed goal there by Joao Laranjo. Diogo Gomez with the assist, and that makes it 1-0 Goshen City FC at the break. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll be back with you before long. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Don't want to miss another Goshen City FC match. But for now, we'll take a real quick break, and we'll see you again right here on the Goshen City FC YouTube page. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Goshen City FC YouTube page. Goshen City FC live stream just ahead of this second half of action here at the Goshen College Soccer Complex as Goshen City FC is taking on Fort Wayne SC, aka 1927 SC, the 1927, facing off against Goshen City FC. And Goshen City FC leading 1-0 at the break via a Joao Laranjo goal. And Laranjo, who had been subbed off due to injuries, actually back out on the pitch for Goshen City FC. So seems like, thankfully, it was not too serious of an injury that he's not going to be able to play on, which is something to be excited about. He does now have a knee brace of types on. Goshen City FC getting ready to get this second half started and headed out with a similar side that they fielded at the end of the first half. Gomez, Pereira, Sanchez, Bandi, Laranjo. Of course, Troop up top. Will still be Ben Ken in net, with Matute, Flavio Cruz, and of course Coven Drenth to finish off the back line. Everything set here to get this second half underway as all three referees of today's fixture are getting all of their electronic equipment prepared. They all actually have headsets that they match up and connect to be able to speak throughout the match. Of course, yeah, we like to keep it high tech here in the Midwest Premier League. And here they come back onto the pitch. All four officials, I should say, of course. Can't forget the fourth official. It is a chilly night here in Goshen. Maybe not what you would expect this late into May, but not the warmest. No sun to shine, and it's getting darker by the minute. Of course, thankfully, the Goshen College Soccer Complex has a nice set of floodlights to keep the pitch well illuminated, despite maybe the lack of sunlight. They do not, however, make up for the lack of heat lost by the sun. So, still a bit chilly. Thankfully, I get to live in the luxurious Goshen College press box here. And looks like final checks being done here. Not long left to go before things will be back underway here. Of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already. And let me know in the chat, what do you think will be the final score here? Don't forget, Goshen City FC with the 1-0 lead. Do you think it's going to end 1-0? Do you think it's going to end 10-0? Let me know your prediction in the chat. Here comes the second half of action. Just waiting now on the referee's whistle, and there it is. We are back underway. And some early intensity. Laranjo going to ground here, and this does not look good. He is hugging his knee and now quite visibly in some serious pain. And so this is not a great sight, of course, after already being substituted off for a knee injury. This is really not what you want to see. Laranjo already the hero of the first half for Goshen, as he was the one who gave them the lead, but the assumption will be, especially in a non-contact injury like that, what we've just seen here, it's not a great look for Goshen. Joshua Cruz is up off the bench for Goshen. It seems like he is going to be the likely replacement. Now, the annoying part for Goshen here, of course, more so than just the injury and the safety and health of Joao Laranjo, is also that They will have to use one of their 3 substitution slots of the half. Of course, you can make more than 3 substitutions, but you only have 3 opportunities to make subs. So this will be one of theirs. So they won't necessarily be happy to make one so early into the second half. But of course, with something as serious as this, you don't want to take any risks. They might not have the opportunity here. Laranjo helped back up onto his feet by Matute and Bandi, and trainer as well as Laranjo will be helped off the pitch. And again, really
Goshen City FC substitution in the
a sad
48th
sight to
minute.
see here.
Returning to the pitch, number 11, Joshua Cruz, replacing number 9, Joao Laranjo.
So it is going to be Josh Cruz to make his way back into tonight's match. Cruz, who showed a great bit of energy and really threat in the early goings of this match, had a few opportunities that he had to score and a few opportunities that he created for teammates as well. So I'm sure if he continues on that trajectory, he may be able to help Goshen get to another lead here. Great link-up play there by Goshen City FC in their midfield, but now it's the 1927 pushing up the pitch. That's a fantastic ball forward. Patel, his one touch, cross centrally, then attempted clearance away is actually blocked nicely then by Carpenter, and Goshen putting on the pressure in their own half now. I think with the lead, Goshen maybe not quite as eager to press up as high as they had been. Looking to really have a more defensively focused second half as the strike comes in early from Fort Wayne. No problem for Ben Kem, but an opportunity maybe you don't want to give up if you're Goshen City FC. That one kneed away by number 19, Mateos Manegli. Long throw forward and throw in here now for the 1927. Manegli to take. Then for Costa. Trigo. Over to Habimana. Trigo again. Apia Kubi. His long ball forward is collected nicely now as the 1927 break into the box is Drenth, who does well to block away and clear that one up the pitch. Again, Drenth playing in the center of the back 3 of Goshen City FC, and he's proven to be a no-nonsense center back tonight, as he doesn't mess around in possession, doesn't take risks when he doesn't need to, and to be quite honest, in a back 3 or back 5, however you want to see it, if your center back is on the ball and under pressure, maybe that's not what you'd want to see anyways. Flavio Cruz does well to win the ball back here for Goshen. He gets it up. Then his troop is dispossessed. Costa. Fantastic switch here to Carpenter. And now on the overlap, running forward is Manegli. Matute tackles. And Ben Ken takes his time to pick up the ball. Stephen Bandi. Can't get past his man, but still fights for it, wins it back for Goshen. And he's breaking on the overlap. That's a fantastic ball forward then. Read nicely by Costa. Costa, who plays it for Habimana. Back then to Anderson. Habimana. Long ball up. Great touch and switch then over here for Carpenter. No problem for Ariel Matute. Really a brick wall right there. Carpenter falls over him. Bandi on the turn. His through pass just lacking a bit of the power it needed. As now it's with Carpenter again. He kind of mistouches that as he receives from Diego Lopez. Apiakubi. Jackson Carpenter then played to Apiakubi again, who plays forward then to Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez on the wing. Quick turn. Apiakubi. Quick glance and finally plays to Carpenter. Now to Trigo. Diego Lopez then. Carpenter again. Bandi with a fantastic outstretched leg. Winning this one for Goshen again. And now Roberto Sanchez with the forward pass here. Josh Cruz, who gets taken down via a fantastic sliding tackle of Leo Costa, throwing for Goshen. Flavio Cruz. Flavio Cruz again as Julian Saldivar receives. Headed down by Sanchez as it's Troup chasing after that one. Now with Menegli. Apiakubi. Again, playing a brilliant ball forward as is just misread. This one contested there by Ben Ken and Carnegie. Douglas Apiakubi, the captain of Fort Wayne. A few times here we've seen him pull off a few of the Travella outside of the boot passes. Quite beautiful to see. Diego Lopez. Here comes the low driven strike, and that one not on target, not a problem for Goshen City FC as they get their goal kick here. So you'd have to say Fort Wayne have been the dominant team of this second half. Maybe not a massive surprise, and if you consider the fact that they are, of course, the trailing team here, they need to have a big second half to, of course, overcome the deficit and I guess not only equalize, but take the lead. Long ball headed on there by Sanchez. A few faces chasing back for that one as Gomez rams into the back of that Fort Wayne defender, and he walks over to help him up. Both players high-fiving each other. Carpenter. Apiakubi. Menegli. He then fancies the outside of the boot pass forward as Julian Saldivar fancies cutting it out. Coven Drenth. He plays long ball forward. That one Joshua Cruz will chase after, but David Anderson able to reach it first, winning that race. Flavio Cruz goes to ground here, and we are going to see the first card of tonight's matches. It's Diego Lopez who will be picking up a yellow card.
In the 56th minute, shown to 1927 SC number 4, Diego Lopez.
And so set piece here for Goshen City FC. If you're just tuning in, don't forget Goshen City FC wearing the black today, and 1927 SC of Fort Wayne in the white and blue kits. Here's Drenth. Long ball forward for Bandi to chase after, and Fort Wayne choosing to allow that one out. Goshen receiving, long ball up. Flavio Cruz touching that one down beautifully. But his forward pass read, and a fantastic ball forward here to Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez. Lopez, past one. Eventually does get dispossessed as Roberto Sanchez. He plays it then to Troop. Still with Troop now. Fantastic forward ball here. Joshua Cruz in the 18-yard box. Past his man. He cuts that one back. Just touched away. And what an opportunity that was. Again, you get to see the explosiveness of Joshua Cruz. Really not one that you want to face up against in a one-on-one situation, as he's able to just blow past defenders, as displayed by that opportunity. And the pass then by Apiakubi was maybe not what he had dreamt it up to be. Throw in for Goshen. Bandi. Joshua Cruz. Touchdown, and referee says no problem. Play on. Throw in. Taken by Menegli. Habimana. And a few players going to ground trying to tackle. It's Patel, excuse me. Patel, still with Patel, and he goes to ground. Penalty here, and Dilesh Patel winning the penalty for the 1927, and really looked like he made the most of that contact there. And does seem like there was contact, though, upon a quick look at the YouTube stream. Quick little replay by myself. It does seem like there was some contact there. And it will be Patel to take the penalty that he earned. Ben Ken, who hasn't been tested too much in tonight's match, this will be his greatest test of the night. Patel taking his time, making sure that the ball is placed just right. Dilesh Patel to take. Here he comes now. Patel takes, and Patel scores as Ben Ken guesses the right way, but actually not getting low enough, quick enough. And some drama here as
1927 SC goal scored in the 60th minute.
Patel almost
11, Dilesh Patel from the penalty spot.
Maybe saying something there that
his first 160 minutes
had upset head referee there. Looks like head referee had been worried about showboating, but nothing to be seen there. So it is 1-1 Goshen City FC, 1927 SC. Both teams on the score sheet now. And we are back underway. As both teams with something to play for here now. Coven Drenth. Pereira to Bandi. Bandi. Cuts back and up for Sanchez. Sanchez can't meet the ball before it's met by a 1927 player, but actually it will be Diego Lopez, who's offside. Drenth. Pereira. Bandi. Trope. Still here. Back to Bandi. Over then to Julian Saldivar. Flavio Cruz, the captain, over for Gomez. Gomez back for Cruz to chase after his central ball. Immediately deflected out for a corner. So Goshen will be taking this corner. It will be number 7, Mateus Pereira, to take. And Goshen may be a team not always the biggest threat from corner kicks. Can they make that change right here? That's the question. Pereira towards the back post, and Flavio Cruz controls this one down. Back for Julian Saldivar, who tests his luck, but the luck wasn't there for him. Goal kick for 1927 SC. Anderson, quick with the goal kick. And now it'll be interesting to see how Goshen's game plan changes. Of course, maybe in the earlier moments of this half, they had really employed a more defensive mentality maybe than they had in the first half, but will that change now that both teams find themselves level? Coven Drenth. Julian Saldivar. Quick touch. 1-2 with Mateus Pereira, and that's a fantastic pass to find Josh Cruz. Then forward for Bandi, but the offside flag comes up, and that one may be the most devastating of all the offside flags we've seen in tonight's match. This set piece taken quickly. Carnegie, great pass for Menegli. Flavio Cruz up to his younger brother, Joshua Cruz. Joshua Cruz getting taken down, in the center ref motioning for him to come back up despite two hands and maybe even an elbow into his back. He's not happy about that, and Julian Saldivar putting his laces through the back of that ball. Out for a Fort Wayne goal kick. Goshen City FC head coach Tyler Bourne not happy with that one. Menegli. Carpenter. And the switch ball by Trigo was no good. Throw in from Matute to Drenth. Now back for Ken. Flavio Cruz. Back to Ken. Ken. No risks taken, and it's a long ball up. And amazingly, that one almost headed on into the path there of Keegan Troop. Keegan Troop, one-on-one. Past his man. Still with Keegan Troop. Keegan Troop now into the 18-yard box. He takes a strike. David Anderson is there to reply, but out for a Goshen City FC corner kick again. Now, Goshen needs to be aware of the fact that there are two players ready to pounce on the counterattack for Fort Wayne, and that means there's going to be three players for Goshen back to prevent their counterattack. And actually looks like we may be seeing a yellow card be shown here. It's not clear exactly what's going on here. It looks like no shin pads there for number 16,
Yellow card
Habimana.
caution to the 67th minute, shown in the 1927 SC, number 16, Don Alan Abimana.
Habimana, who was not wearing shin guards, which is, of course, required. Safety, always a priority. And now it looks like maybe Fort Wayne in the 1927 are saying, well, if he's got to wear them, so does he. So they say, where are yours? And he says, I've got them on. No problem. Here comes the corner kick. Pereira towards the back post. Flavio Cruz again receives, but that time can't make anything of it. And so out of play. And back in play is number 16, Habimana. Ricardo Garcia and Eli Simenez set to make their returns into tonight's match, as it will be Gomez and Traup exiting.
Goshen City FC substitution.
Diogo Gomez, who
68 minutes.
assisted
Returning to the pitch,
Goshen's
number 10,
goal
Richie
tonight.
Garcia,
Fantastic
number 20, Eli
performance.
Simenez replacing number 18, Keegan Trope, and number 21, Diogo Gomez.
So, two of the most experienced players for Goshen City FC returning onto the pitch in Garcia and Simenez. Simenez playing as a left wing back, left mid, whatever you want to call it. And Garcia moving into the midfield here for Goshen. This one out of play, and so Simenez, his first touch will be a throw-in. Flavio Cruz plays one up, pops that one up, and then headed over the other way. Matute with a weird little back heel touch. I don't know what you would call that. Maybe a crab touch. Josh Cruz to Ricardo Garcia. Ariel Matute back to Ricardo Garcia. Garcia turns so well. And now it is the goal scorer Patel who won the ball back for the 1927. Manegli over here for Costa. Central for Patel. Patel, physical attempt to receive that then from, or onto Drenth. Drenth, one touch and through here for Joshua Cruz into the corner. He's got the one-on-one that he so desires, but will make nothing of that opportunity. Out for another corner kick here. Now Goshen once again needing to be alert of the threat. Diego Lopez, who still remains in the back. Goshen taking this corner quickly. Simenez whipping that one in towards the back post, and Drenth just missing out on that opportunity. It is now 70 minutes into today's match, just about 20 to go. Both teams level, and of course both teams undefeated on the season. Of course Goshen with the 1-0 record, and Fort Wayne 1-0. They've actually got a win and a draw to their name, so both teams looking to keep that undefeated status alive. Goshen will need a win here to keep the win-only status alive. There's a fantastic ball forward, but Drenth will shield as Ken touches. Now Flavio Cruz, the captain Forward for his brother, Joshua Cruz. Joshua Cruz breaking into the 18-yard box, one-on-one with the keeper. And David Anderson not afraid to come off his line, and he makes a big, big save. That will be a moment as good as a goal there for Fort Wayne. A save as good as a goal. Julian Saldivar looking for help. There's Matute. Josh Cruz can't get enough on that, but Garcia doesn't give up. You'd have to say just really everybody for this Goshen City FC side. It's a prerequisite to play under this Tyler Bourne management coaching, that you have to be a hard worker. Everybody willing to contribute defensively, willing to run their butts off in the press. And maybe the only exception might be Ben Ken. I haven't seen Ben having to run too much, but I suppose even for a goalkeeper, he gets maybe a bit more movement than others would. Look at that, ran off his line to receive that long ball, that forward ball. Ben Ken with Patel trying to pressure him. Is Patel going to get a card here? He may just, but he does not. He is getting spoken to by the referee, who motions no more. No more of that. And so set piece here for Ken to take. It's probably a safe assumption to think that Goshen will hit this one long. Now, Goshen does need to be careful here. They are committing bodies forward, but looks like Fort Wayne might have them beat should they win the ball back on the break. And they do win the ball back. Menegli. Simenez. Great work to win the ball back for Goshen then. Launches that one forward. Menegli again. Here then to Carpenter. Carnegie goes to ground, and the foul is called, but just a bit late there. That one taken quickly. Even some of the 1927 teammates were not yet alert to the fact that that one had been taken. They were maybe a bit caught off guard when they turned around and saw that, oh, yep, ball's already under play. Ben Ken. And Ken having to dive and save the ball there, as he kind of misjudged the time that he had, but was able to save that there in the end. Menegli. Menegli does well to get around Cruz. Habimana wanted to play it long, but gets it to Apiakubi. Back to Habimana, who then does eventually play the switch as Menegli finds himself in miles of space. Now here for Carnegie. Carnegie beats his man one-on-one. Carnegie still running and gets taken down, and there it is, a free kick for the 1927. Menegli still on the Meneghi, excuse me, still on the ground here. And hard to see how much contact there was in that. Again, you probably in the chat have the best opportunity to watch that one back, see if maybe there was more in it or less in it than people here at the Goshen College Soccer Complex seem to believe. And it will be Dilesh Patel, the goal scorer and penalty taker for Fort Wayne, who will take this free kick as well. And the question will be, is he going to test Ben Ken, or is he going to put this one up into the box and allow maybe a teammate to test Ben Ken? Trey Theard standing just to his right, and actually he is wide open. Although now it is Josh Cruz who goes over to mark him, make sure that the short pass is not as easy as maybe he hopes. Patel, he does dream of a heroic free kick, but no heroism in sight. Ken, long ball up for Josh Cruz. He heads it over. Then for Bondi. Bondi back for Cruz, and Patel comes back to save the day. There is his heroic interception. David Anderson sends that one forward. A touchdown as Julian Saldivar does well. Goshen City FC does well to play a bit of aerial tiki-taka before Matute pelts it right back up the other way. So both teams really looking for the long balls. Doing their best to exploit them. Neither team getting too stuck in at the back, dropping too deep at the back. Jimenez takes the throw in for Goshen. And here comes some substitutions for Fort Wayne, as entering the pitch will be Matsushita, and alongside him will be Chavez. Then exiting will be Carpenter, and alongside him will be Trigo.
Returning to the lineup, number 9, Ryusei Matsushita, and number 10, Mariano Chavez. Replacing number 6, Guzman Trigo, and number 8, Jackson Carpenter.
And so the 1927 with this throw-in. Just about 10 minutes left to play in regular time of tonight's match, although we can expect a little bit of added time after the early injury of Aranjo. That long ball seeming to be a threat here, as Matute has to do his best to keep this one in play, and he does do enough to get it then to Bondi over for Flavio Cruz. Eli Jimenez. Sanchez. Sanchez looks up, finds Josh Cruz. Josh Cruz tries to find Sanchez again, but cannot, as it was Apiakubi. And Yirik Carnegie, who dribbles his way out of play. Sideline can be the toughest defender at times. Flavio Cruz looks up and sees Garcia. Garcia chasing behind. And cleared away. Julian Saldivar happy to pick up the leftovers, as he so often does. Ariel Matute, you can tell he wants to have a strike. He will have a strike. That one deflecting off Patel, but not a problem for Anderson. And maybe that's a classic case of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You don't take it, you don't make it. Long ball again for Drenth. Drenth, how many of those has he had to head down? Patel, that's a beautiful pass into the path of the 1927. The strike maybe not up to par to match the quality of the pass, but that was absolutely threaded into the path of Carnegie. Great pass to Joshua Cruz. Joshua Cruz still fighting for the ball, amazingly still with the ball, and he gets taken down again. Motion to get back up on his feet. There's the offside flag against Carnegie, but Joshua Cruz becoming increasingly frustrated as it's about the third or fourth time now that he's been dragged down without a call. Or maybe without a call that he's happy with. There's a nice little turn. There's a nice bit of footwork from Chavez. Matute does well. Sanchez, he looks up. Sanchez driving with pace and just a touch, a hair too big. Now Chavez, one-on-one. Play on as Chavez goes to ground and gets back up, and that pass no good coming from Sanchez. Goshen really struggling here in the second half to find the success that they had in the first half. So with just about 7 minutes to go before added time, they now need to kind of up the intensity. Both teams really looking to up the intensity, and I think that's what we'll see. Julian Saldivar, his ball forward. Bandi, can he get on the edge of it? No, he cannot. Bandi, is he offsides? Yes, he is. Two substitutions for Fort Wayne will be number 13, Justin Devlin, and number 21, Max Amwako. Two players who started the match will be finishing it as well. And coming off will be
in the 84th minute.
Yarrick Carnegie and the goal scorer Dilesh Patel as well. Patel,
Max Amaoko, replacing number 7 Yarrick Carnegie and number 11 Dilesh Patel.
Patel, who was, of course, the goal scorer, but outside of that, one of the standout threats for Fort Wayne, the 1927. So you will be a little bit surprised, maybe even, to see that substitution coming in. Throwing for Goshen. Garcia immediately hounded, and Bandi does well to play Goshen out of the pressure. Sometimes that's all it takes, just a quick little switch. Flavio Cruz and Joshua Cruz linking up very nicely. A few passes interchanging there. That's a great pass then for Simenez. Now with Sanchez. Sanchez. Back to Saldivar. Now with Pereira, he looks up. He sees the opportunity. He sees the space that Simenez is there to chase, but so too does David Anderson, who is quick off his line and collects with ease. Ricardo Garcia. Joshua Cruz. Simenez whips one in and headed away then. Fantastic defensive duties by Costa. And now we will see some new faces with Dieguez and Wieland preparing to enter for Goshen. Dieguez, who thought he was going to come on at the end of the first half, but actually Goshen had already used all 3 of their substitution periods, could not. There's the low corner out to Garcia. Garcia really chipping in a pass there. And now the ball ping-ponging back and forth. Coven Drenth does well to turn. Simenez sees the pass. It gets cut out. Now it's Ricardo Garcia, one-on-one. There's a quick 1-2. Ricardo Garcia, one-on-one with the keeper, and that's brilliant! That is absolutely brilliant! Ricardo Garcia gets the lead and gets the goal for Goshen to go ahead. What a moment. 86 minutes down. And it's the Travella outside of the boot. Shot from Ricardo Garcia that gives them the lead.
Number 10, Richie Garcia, his first of the season, assisted by number 20, Eli Simenez. Garcia, his first from Simenez on 87.
And so Simenez and Garcia, two players who got subbed on together.
In the 87th minute, coming onto the pitch.
Combine to score, and so Simenez will actually come out here. And those substitutions we had talked about a moment ago, Dieguez and Wieland both coming in here. Garcia, that was absolutely beautiful. You talk about the composure, the bravery it takes to try something in the manner for which Garcia finished that one there, and it's one thing to have the bravery to do it, and it's a whole nother thing to have the ability to pull it off. That was beautiful from Ricardo Garcia. Dieguez fouling here. And now Goshen. We talked about it a moment ago, maybe their lesser eagerness to press up the pitch and maybe more defensive mentality here in the second half, and I think now we can say that we might be seeing some defensive football from Goshen, although to be fair, they are going to play this one up the pitch and push up. They do want to press. They do want to do their best to really secure the win. Foul here. And another 1927 free kick. Justin Devlin stepping over this one. Devlin not really doing much with that one though, and Goshen immediately pushing back up their back line. There's a ball in behind to chase after as it's Stephen Bondi racing towards the end line, and actually it stays in here. Ricardo Garcia receives and boots that one up the pitch. This could be dangerous. And that is some tackle coming in from Costa as he puts two studs up. It's a yellow card coming out, and I think he needs to be grateful that it's nothing more, as that was
Yellow card caution in the 90th minute.
a very, very aggressive tackle coming in from Costa. Again, studs up there, and Costa does then help back onto his feet Pereira, but again, one of those ones that an inch or two early, different, or not early, can't be early with inches, but second or so earlier, or an inch or two to the side, could be ending very, very unhappily for the recipient of the tackle. There's the long ball off the free kick, and Dieguez keeps this one in play in the corner and gets a goal, or throw in, excuse me, for Goshen. Wieland.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum 3 minutes added time.
That long ball popped back up then by Drenth. There's one to chase after as Drenth then heads it down. Great bit of intelligence there by Michael Wieland. And that's a ball forward for Josh Cruz towards the 18-yard box. His strike low, and it's a no. Anderson getting to ground in time, and Cruz making the most of that opportunity as it's now Amooko who cuts this back. Lopez Back to Amooko, and the offside trap does indeed work. You can see the Goshen City FC defenders putting their hands up in celebration as they're very happy that their intelligence there to play that offside paid off. It all paid off. Okay, 90th minute and beyond. Long ball up from Ken. First header won by the 1927, but Saldivar collects his ball forward. Now being duked out as yet another Trivella pass by the 1927. Chavez there, and Matute in with a physical tackle, but no foul called by the referee. Throw in here. And remember, both teams, as it stands, undefeated in the league, although that may end here as, from the looks of it, Goshen City FC in the lead. Will that change in the next few moments? That's the question. Cleared away by Saldivar. Throw in here for 1927. Touchdown by Chavez. Chavez. The trailing leg of Julian Saldivar sends that one out. Now throw in again. Manegli, who's had so many throw-ins to take throughout today's match, takes it then to Habimana. Now on the far side with Diego Lopez. His ball centrally, and it's headed away. Guess who did it? Who's been making all the defensive headers? It is, of course, Coven Drenth again. No surprise there. Lofted pass into the box. Drenth pops that one up and away. Chavez gets a touch on it, and an acrobatic clearance will do it for Goshen City FC. A fantastic clearance then coming off the foot of Mateus Pereira, and that will do it for 3 points the way of Goshen City FC. It's a 2-1 victory. No clean sheet, but they will be more than happy to take the win and improve their record to 2-0 on the season. Fort Wayne SC now dropping to 1-1-1 on the season with 3 done. Of course, as always, do not forget to hit that follow button, subscribe button here on the YouTube page of Goshen City FC, as we are trying to push towards 300 subscribers, just 4 away. If there's 4 people in the chat right now that would hit that subscribe button, we can hit that 300 subscriber goal right now. Of course, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you in the next one. For myself, Cormac Kublikti, and for everyone here at Goshen City FC, thank you so much for tuning in, and of course, we will see you in the next one.